Fruitopia Wrestling.
I thought we were high five wrestling.
I thought you were dead.
On DW?
Chicago Ted.
My heart.
You mean your heart?
No. So, Raw was pretty good this
Raw
week.
was not Zack Ryder's night.
Yeah, it was definitely not. It was a very interesting Raw. It had a lot of funny moments. A lot of
Happy Valentine's Day, Zack Ryder.
you mad?
He has to be.
Yeah, so it was a pretty interesting Raw. I think most of everybody's gonna give it a positive rating. But hey guys, if you like our videos and you want to see more of us, go up and click that subscribe button.
All right, let's get started.
Subscribe.
Jerry Lawler addresses the crowd. Lawler mediates an elimination chamber debate between the 6 entrants. John Laurinaitis comes out, expresses his gratitude. Debate rages on. Horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was like absolutely horrible for an opening segment that kind of built up a little bit towards the elimination chamber. I don't think it was terrible.
There was almost no violence until Chris Jericho snapped, and that took a full 15 minutes. I watched King of the Hill. Really, yeah. I was like, this is stupid. King of the Hill.
Yeah, I agree. It was decent back and forth. I think that Kofi Kingston actually sounded pretty good on the mic. I think
he talked. I didn't hear him.
Yeah, I thought.
How many times did he say boom?
At least 5. But he ended
up boom.
But he got the final words.
Final foot in the face.
Yeah, final foot in the face. So,
excuse me.
So it was okay, but that led to the match with Kofi Kingston versus Chris Jericho. What'd you think of the match? Was it a 5-star classic?
No. I honestly felt like it was. I just felt like something was wrong the whole match. And then when the match ended with, Kofi Kingston, Trouble in Paradise, then Chris Jericho puts his foot on the ropes. Then all of a sudden he blinds Kofi, Codebreaker, 1, 2, 3. I felt like it was a pretty sudden end to what was a good matchup. Mm-hmm. But the whole match I was watching it, I felt like something was off the whole time I was watching it. I couldn't tell you what though. So
I thought it was okay. I think they're trying to build Kofi to be a somewhat upper card main event guy eventually.
You're not.
Well, okay, but he got 2 of his finishers on. Chris Jericho. You think that I thought he was going to win because he got that kind of cheap shot.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was just shoo-in to win. So it was kind of a little bit of a letdown for me. But I mean, hey, you can't have Chris Jericho come back to lose the Royal Rumble and then lose in a match the next night.
This is 3 weeks after the Royal Rumble.
Well, I'm just saying, in his next match, you can't have him lose every match and then make him look like he's gonna, be a contender.
Well,
for the
Kofi Kingston loses every match he's in, so I was okay with it.
All right, so next
Big Show versus Randy Orton.
Yeah.
It took 2 RKO's to put the Big Show down.
So,
not sure what happened with the first one.
Yeah, that chant was pretty awesome.
You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up.
It was awesome.
He had to compose himself on the ropes while Big Show laid there thinking, I don't think I was supposed to go down.
Yeah.
And then he had to deliver another one.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an awkward ending. But
and after all that, D-Bag Brian hits both Show and Orton with the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
I don't know what was more sickening, having to have Daniel Bryan at ringside or listening to Michael Cole do complete 180 on his head.
Well, hey, I mean, at least they're trying to get the heel commentator to get the heel over, even if it was just because he was beside him, he didn't want to get beat up. Yeah. But, it was decent to see that. Hopefully we get to see it later on. So, the next segment was pretty interesting. It went on for about 30 minutes. It was Shawn Michaels.
Not interesting. This was I hate Shawn Michaels, okay? I need to let you guys know something. I hate Shawn Michaels. He's all sizzling, no steak. Just because you can kick a guy in the chin doesn't mean that you're a good wrestler. And he came out and just, I hate Shawn Michaels. He's such a waste of time.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was okay. It had Triple H.
It was all right once Triple H got out there, but watching Shawn Michaels come out just because it's WrestleMania and promo it. Did you notice when he came out that the crowd really didn't have a reaction? At least that's what it sounded like to me.
Well, I thought that crowd was pretty. Like the whole night, it was a loud crowd. It was definitely a loud crowd.
Yeah, and then when Michaels came out, it was kind of flat.
Yeah, for the best wrestler of all time, according to WWE.
For a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
For Mr. WrestleMania.
He should have got a bigger pop, or they should have at least canned it a little bit, or however they do it.
Yeah, I don't know, but it seemed really flat for, that's how I would have put it.
Yeah, well, I thought it was interesting, though. I think it's definitely setting up a scenario where this is going to be Undertaker's last WrestleMania, though.
It has to be. Why would you go out there and go 21-0?
You know what
next year?
You know what I'd have them do?
What?
I'd have them say, I'd have them come back next week, and I know this isn't going to happen. This would be the Raw right after Elimination Chamber. It'd be perfect timing for them to come back. Or Triple H and Shawn Michaels cutting a pretty similar promo. And then Triple H say, "No, I'm not doing it, Shawn. I already got someone in mind." Mm-hmm. Stone Cold music hits.
I don't think Stone Cold could pull
cut
it
an awesome
off.
promo between the three of them, where basically Stone Cold buries him and says, "You couldn't handle it. What? I can handle it. What?"
That would be. I don't think Stone Cold's knees could handle it.
Yeah.
What?
He says he can do one more match, so we can do maybe.
If he's in, I would love to see Austin Undertaker.
Oh my goodness!
At WrestleMania. That would make me actually buy the pay-per-view.
That made me tear up a little bit. And then have Undertaker come out and, oh man.
Yeah, dude, it would definitely be better than Rock Cena.
Yeah.
But Triple H says he won't face him. Shawn finally leaves, and I proceeded to praise my remote because I watched American Dad most of the promo.
Yeah, well.
Another Undertaker promo play is where he's cutting his hair.
It's interesting.
What? Is he not going back to his old ministry?
Dead man gimmick?
Yeah, dead man gimmick. Could he? I don't know. American Badass, maybe?
Potentially.
I don't know. I think he's too old to ride a motorcycle. Michelle does not approve.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to find out. But, I think it was a pretty cool segment where you could hear Triple H say, "Oh, no, I don't want to face The Undertaker. I know what it takes to beat him. It's bad for business in the streak. This is all going to be mine." I think that was really cool.
Yeah, that was good.
So, next match. Dolph Ziggler versus RTruth. Sucked. This match sucked.
I personally thought it was one of the best matches of the night. If you're going to have Dolph Ziggler show off, have him do it once or twice. Having him parade around the ring for 5 minutes like he's Ric Flair gets old, and it gets old fast.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that RTruth was going to roll him up for 2, and then Ziggler would get serious, turn around and win the match. But no, when RTruth got the 3 count, I was like, okay, well then we can move on even quicker. Yeah. I understand he's a showboat, but does he need to copy Ric Flair to a T?
Yeah, I agree.
He overboated, and I lost interest pretty quick. And then he lost the match, and I was fine with it.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't like the ending,
You don't you don't like
Ziggler was the right man to win the match.
Roll-up packages.
Not really. I mean,
you don't like anybody winning over Ziggler. I know.
Pretty much. So, Tamina versus Brie Bella. You're both introless.
Yep.
How long did the match last this time?
Roughly 1 minute 25 seconds. Since neither of them had an intro, there's margin of error 3 seconds in there. Neither of them had an intro, so I accidentally wasn't paying attention, and I heard the bell ring, and I went, "Oh God!" There was actually more wrestling in the Divas match than the RTruth Ziggler matchup, which is kind of
sad.
I don't know.
Not surprising.
The fact that it was surprising to me, the fact that the Divas match had more wrestling than an actual, 2 main eventers.
Yeah.
But who cares? They're the Divas.
Yeah,
Let's
I
keep
agree.
going.
I agree. So it's So this was, I would say that this is where the show started turning around, doing like a 360, where it was kind of I would say C, B minus, D plus show.
I would say.
And it started turning around.
Yeah, I would say solid C at this point until.
Yeah.
I flipped to American Dad, and then I flipped back, and all of a sudden there's the ambulance. I'm like, oh God, I missed something cool. And John Cena's beating on the back of it. Eve opens it up from the back, jumps into John Cena's arm, and just gives him the tug.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I was like, Where's Zack Ryder? He's got to be like straight off camera. And then the camera pans, and there's Zack Ryder.
That was awesome. Man, that was worth it, watching this Raw.
Yeah.
It was so funny. We haven't seen that kind of scene in a while.
Was it part of the John Cena heel turn, or was John Cena
definitely
not to blame?
Oh, definitely part of the heel turn.
I mean, I never thought I'd say go get you some Cena, but
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, get you some Cena.
I don't think I've ever rooted for John Cena until tonight, or not tonight. But the other night, this last Raw, it was crazy. But I loved it. It
And
was hilarious.
so later, when Eve confronted Zack about that, Zack Ryder was later forever friend zoned.
That's right.
Happy Valentine's Day, Zack Ryder.
So, The Miz versus CM Punk.
Nothing too spectacular.
Yeah.
CM Punk wins with the Anaconda Vice after 2 attempts at the GTS.
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't have just had Jericho,
I thought Jericho was going to
Take him
interrupt
out.
the match.
Yeah.
I really didn't think they would want to put CM Punk over The Miz or The Miz over CM Punk, and
Exactly.
Jericho would interrupt.
It wasn't even a year ago
But-
that The Miz headlined WrestleMania and won.
Yeah,
It's crazy
with
that
the help of The Rock.
yeah, yeah, but it's crazy that they're kind of burying him at this point. Oh, well.
Yeah, well, such is,
As long as they don't bury Dolph
He
Ziggler,
doesn't see me as very awesome.
it's true. I don't either.
Okay, so Kane's ambulance came back before the CM Punk match or after the CM Punk match. I just threw that in there.
Yeah.
John Cena comes out to address the crowd. And by then you knew, shit was going to go down.
Well, I thought the Raw was over, and then I started fast forward, and I was like, oh wait.
I was like, oh, here comes John Cena. Zack Ryder comes down, stops his wheelchair at the top of the ramp in what has to be one of the stupidest ideas in recent history, to walk himself down on Wad's. I was like, come on, dude.
All of a sudden,
you're wasting
okay.
all of our time.
Yeah. All of a sudden now, and then he gets in the ring.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need the crutches.
I'm Zack Ryder.
Yeah, and then slaps John Cena in the face. That's a good idea.
The taste right out of his mouth.
Oh my
John
gosh.
Cena got pissed, and I was like, finally seeing the John Cena heel turn. He is going to give Zack Ryder the AA, and I'm going to go buy like $100 worth of John Cena.
But something even better happened,
Yeah.
which was...
I don't know what. I looked away.
Oh, well...
I was placing my order online at www.shop.com.
John Cena didn't give him the AA, and Zack Ryder went back down, and then...
Oh, yeah, that's right. So Kane came on the Titantron as Zack Ryder was going back up for his wheelchair, and Kane says that Cena finally embraced the hate. Cena's left to brood on what that means. Zack Ryder sits down in his wheelchair, and Kane comes out to give him a ride.
Yeah, that was awesome. Man, that looked like he landed.
With his feet, it looked like he landed on his ankle bones. It did.
It looked like he broke his ankles or something.
Cena threw up the X.
Yeah. He's like,
seriously. Oh, come on, someone help him.
This is part of my gimmick.
And then Eve came out and got booed like more than Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero combined, dude.
Dude, if John Cena and Eve had made out at the end, that would have just made it.
Yeah, well, that would have cemented the heel turn. You know they're not going to do that before WrestleMania.
Yeah. I would have given the Raw an A+. Or 10 out of 10, that would have happened. I was waiting for it, dude.
Just watching it happen, I'm like, he's gonna throw him off stage. Yes, replay.
But I'm wondering, what are they gonna do with Zack Ryder now? Are they just gonna kill this character off?
They better kill him. I mean, seriously.
They may as well at this point. So, woo.
He's dead.
He's dead. So, what would you give this Raw?
Before Eve almost got kidnapped and put in Kane's ambulance of hell, a 6. After that, a 9. Watching Zack Ryder get kicked in the heart and then in the nuts and then thrown off a friggin' ramp by Kane had to be one of the greatest sights of my life.
Yeah.
Watching all those little kids go, "Oh, he's dead! They killed him! He's dead!"
Oh my god, they killed him! I think I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. There is no good wrestling in this show, I don't think.
No, there wasn't. But we got to fall back on Zack Ryder getting just punched repeatedly.
We definitely got the E in WWE tonight.
I don't know. Someone got thrown off a ramp from a wheelchair. It looked like they broke their ankles.
Hey, that's entertaining to me.
The E for entertainment. I thought you meant the E for everyone.
No. So I don't need this anymore, I guess. So.
Hey, that's my thing.
So, we've been Fruitopia / High Five Wrestling. We'll high five you later. Oh. Oh god. And Zack Ryder, we have one last thing to say to you.